I just can't, guys. I really just can't. Sometimes on this show, I'm not sure if I love or I hate what I do. Today, we're talking about teabagging in esports, why we see it so frequently. Should it be punished? As of a latest post out there from a random. We've covered this kind of stuff in the future, especially when TV figures try and make disses on esports, as they do time and time again. Last year alone, we talked about how people were saying Fortnite was as addictive as cocaine or heroin, which was, albeit, a pretty crazy statement. This time around, though, another random out there making a statement. He was actually bothered by this past week in Overwatch League and the amount of teabagging inside that league as well. And he thinks these pros should actually face some punishment or some sort of fine. Actually, in his own words as well, his tweet on screen, really disappointed by the amount of teabagging that's going on in the Overwatch League this weekend. You never see that behavior in any other established sport. If esports wants to be taken seriously, decorum and professionalism should be a responsibility of the players. Thank you very much for that tweet, because he brings to light a great point. This would not be allowed in typically established sports, he does say, because can you imagine Tom Brady getting tackled and a big old 350-pound lineman just taking a double dip on him? It'd be pretty wild, right? Esports are a completely different realm, and you guys can probably tell by the amount of responses on this how whack of an opinion this might be. Can you imagine esports pros beginning to be fined or punished, maybe possibly suspended for teabagging in-game, which I do think, given the virtual aspect of esports, at least for now, seems pretty innocent, and it all happens so fast. I don't think many parents out there are actually noticing what's going on in most cases. Is that a fair statement to say? I feel like a lot of parents out there probably have no clue what teabagging even is until I make this kind of video, and now my dad and mom who watch these videos are probably going to start Googling teabagging. Let me just show you guys as well. This has actually been an issue in Overwatch for a couple of years at least, ever since the league became established. I'll show you guys that clip alongside every other game that has issues with this. CSGO, pretty well known for having it at times. Call of Duty, those guys are pretty crazy. We have Halo. Halo is legit notorious for teabagging, and League of Legends, the only reason we don't see it there is because you actually can't. So here are those clips.
Can't stop them from moving in. He's stuck it this time. Jumps off of there to find the kill, but that's going to lead to his own death. Naf just walks right back in with a Tech 9, and oh, the dirty little BM as well.
The wall and just absolutely dominate, but right now we've not seen any of that through the first half, and through this.
Hey,
Dylan! Whoa! I see you, Dylan.
Put that back in your pants, young man.
20 one-way ticket back to spawn, and the biggest difference here, honestly, is the resurrections. The resurrections have come in clean and free for Philadelphia. 5 players resurrected for Neptuno, only a single person brought back to life by altering thus far. And make it 6.
Yeah, not really able to get the...
And then the guy actually goes on to compare this to the UFC rule set, which, again, when it comes time for comparing sports to esports, two very different realms. These aren't a bunch of guys just ganging up on each other in a cage and getting frisky. This is, gamers who oftentimes are online. I guess if you're on LAN, you're sitting across from each other, but they're not running across the stage, and physically teabagging them. I don't think it deserves a punishment. I think he brings to light maybe a debatable point out there for the future. There are certainly some things in esports that should be fined, right? Whether it's vulgar, obscene language, racist, sexist, all the likes of that kind of stuff. And we've seen punishments handed out for that kind of thing as well. And Call of Duty might have that issue, especially when they have interviewers or people who actually show in-game comms when they say some language they shouldn't. Besides that, though, physical altercations, I'm sure would be punished in esports. When it comes time for what's happening in-game, though, I don't know if you can punish this. How do you control that? And I don't see it as an issue, but apparently some people do. What do you guys think about this? Teabagging, should it be a punishable offense in esports? I never thought I'd be making this video, yet here I am, and it's my job, which, again, love it or hate it, I have no idea. What do you guys think? Until next time, I'll be back here breaking down esports gaming news every single day, all day long. Tons of great stories coming. All right, guys, drink your coffee. I'll be back here soon.